Hello YouTube. This is going to be slightly a bit of a deja vu, really, because quite frankly, we're unboxing another MacBook Pro, and this is once again a non-unibody model. So in that case, it's actually quite a deja vu. So I'll have to be careful with this one though, so I don't damage anything. Now we just have to cut this part. Come on. There we go. This time I did come prepared with my box cutting knife. And once again, it is a boxed version. Oh yes. This is a slightly newer model. The model that I had was the early 2006. This is the late 2007. It was listed as 2008, but it was probably built and sold in 2008, just before the early 08 model came out. MagSafe charger appears to be in good condition. Well, check that. It's not really. As you can see there, it's not really that nice, but we can probably fix that. I'm just trying to figure out whether this is still the regular 65 watt or the... Now this is the 85. I definitely need this one. If I use the one that came out 2006, the system will not power on without a battery. Not that that's a big issue, but I will have to fix that MagSafe. It's not really that big of a deal, so that's okay. Apparently, we also have the original DVI to VGA adapter. That's very nice. And the regular wall plug. So far so good. And now we can take the box out. Whoops. Well, that almost worked. Okay, yep, the seal is already cut. It wasn't really glued or anything. Well, let's check out that goodness. Oh, wow. It comes with a second MagSafe. Wait, what? Well, this is a fake one, I think. Yeah, this one is fake. It's a knockoff 85 watt MagSafe. Wow. Well, that's funny. So, well, if I just fix up the old one, I can at least have a spare one for this machine. Because this one definitely needs that 85 watt because of the GPU. Designed by Apple in California. So let's see if this comes with all the original documentation and CDs. I'm very curious about that. We do still have the Apple stickers. Instruction booklet. More booklets. Here we have MacBook Pro, macOS 10 install disk. These are Leopard discs, so this is definitely the correct model. This one is empty, so that was probably some software. Some wireless Mighty Mouse stuff. So apparently, the original owner bought this with the wireless Magic Mouse, I'm assuming. That's very nice that it came with all the original stuff, so that's very cool. Well, probably not the application install disk, but oh wow, it still has the original sleeve even. That's nice. Alright, that's all very cool. Right off the bat, I can see it's not in as nice condition as my 2006. Well, actually, it's actually not bad. It's mostly gunk. I'm just looking for scratches, and there are actually less than on my 2006. In fact, let me get that thing from wherever it is. Hold on a second. It's in my bag. That's where I can keep it safe and free from dust, because I knew that I was going to sell this again. So, well, this was actually not bad on the top either. And also, this is the 2006. This one has a slight dent here. And this 2007 also has a slight dent, but it's over here. terms of scratch marks, not much on top. It just really needs a good wipe down because it's quite dirty actually. The bottom is in much better condition than my 2006. Again, there's some gunk here, so I'll need to clean that off. But you can definitely, I don't think you can tell yet, there's like a really bad deep scratch here, there's some scratching over here, all kinds of weird ass marks here. Of course, there's a battery that we will be reusing. So that's good. But other than that, the machine seems to be in good condition. Let's read the label here. Just put that into view. As you can see, 2.4 gigahertz, it says right there. Core 2 Duo, 2 gigabytes of RAM, 256 megabytes of VRAM, 160 gigabytes, 5400 RPM. Now, before you hit those keyboards and you're like, well, this has the 8600 MGT, you're a goddamn idiot. Because that thing will freaking catch fire and explode. Well, right back at ya, this is actually a model with a revised logic board that is not prone to failure at all. At least not in the GPU department. So, yeah, and I got this for a very good price. I will be able to recoup most of what I paid for this by reselling the 2006 because I got that for extremely cheap and I can make an easy profit. So that's nice. So we'll get to that later. Let's just put this back in because I'm not going to be running Leopard on this machine. I will be running, until I get some upgrades done, I will be running OS X Mavericks on this. But before we go into testing the machine, we'll go over a hardware tour shortly, which will be very bland. But I just need to take out the battery from a 2006 because they use the same batteries, so it's good. This one will get its dead battery from the factory back. So that's sorted. So now I got to 2007. Put the battery in here. It is a Chinese knockoff battery, so it might not be cooperating a lot. Yep, there we go. So push it down a little bit. The previous battery that was originally in this machine bulged, and that's why the owner asked me if they could take it out. Oh wow, this is the glossy display and it's full of fingerprints. Yeah, okay, I just needed to check that for a second. Right, so, for a tour of the machine, MagSafe, it's not very dirty at all. USB, the express card slot, which has a bad hinge door, but I'm fine with that. Audio ports over there. On the other side we have Firewire 800, 400, USB, Kensington lock, DVI, Gigabit Ethernet. On the back is nothing, except it's extremely dirty looking. Yeah. This thing needs a good once over, but that's okay. On the front, of course, we have the regular deal here with the super drive. And there's definitely some wear on this button. It's been used a lot. The hinge, though, is very, very stiff. It's actually much stiffer. Not in a bad way, it's actually very tight than the 2006 is. I mean, I can... This definitely takes some force to do. It's still perfectly weighted as you expect from a MacBook Pro. But that's so weird in comparison. But aside from that, once again, it needs a good wipe clean. But it's because this is just it's dusty, it's grimy. But it seems to be in good condition overall. The keyboard is in better shape than 2006. It has two worn keys. Yeah, go figure, 2, or like maybe 3. Just to refresh my memory here. As you can definitely tell here, the A key and the E key, they are worn, and the R slightly, but that's it. That's very weird. Where this has the matte display, this 2007 has the glossy display. The coating is still good. But also the screen needs a wipe down, it has all kinds of fingerprints on it, which is a bit weird. But yeah, this needs a good clean, that's basically the point. It's hard for me to fathom that I finally have one of these machines for such a low price. especially with the revised GPU. It was listed in the ad where I bought it from that it has been replaced in 2012. So right at the end of the replacement program, and it hasn't given any problems since. It's just that they figured it was too old and they wanted to get rid of it. So let's turn it on. Alright. Don't mind the lines on the camera, that's just because of the exposure. I wonder what operating system they put on this. This was sent to a premium, well, to an Apple certified company to get completely wiped, so software-wise. And it almost seems like they put El Capitan on this hard drive. It's just a 160 gig 5400 RPM drive, so it's kind of struggle a little bit here. But at least we know the battery works on this one as well. So that's good. I'm still really in doubt whether I should use the knockoff adapter or use the regular one. But I think I need some electrical tape, and the original adapter would be fine. I just need to get some of that because I don't have any. Yeah, great technician, huh? No electrical tape, whatever. I'm not an electrician, just a regular PC geek like many of you out there. Well, that was not too bad. Yeah, it has the original owner's name on it. So we can't get in. Well, we can. You know, for shits and giggles, I'm going to boot into single user mode. I'm going to do the Apple setup done removal thingy so we can get into the Mac using my own account. And then we can take a look at what's what. We can do a quick test. After this video, I will put in an SSD, which I had on hand. Hold on a second. There we go. Pull this from my 2006. I'm going to be putting it into this one. 4 gigs of RAM are on the way. I might upgrade it to 6 at some point to make this the ultimate MacBook Pro pre-unibody thing, which would be swag, to use one of the youngsters' words these days. Man, I feel old. Anywho, I'm going to be putting it in single user mode. I'm going to reboot it. Then we're going to take a look at how she runs, and how well she runs, and how quiet it is once we put some strain on it. Because I want to know how, in which kind of condition the fans are. Because that's usually a thing that happens to machines of this vintage. But we'll find out in a jiffy. Alright, we have booted up. Sort of. Apparently it's 2001 now. Oh well, no biggie. Let's see what version this is. It's speech balling all over the place already. Now we're running OS X Yosemite. Alright, so this is the MacBook Pro 15-inch 2.4, 2.2 GHz. This is the 2.4, not the 2.2. Alright. Mac HD. Still says that it has like some gigabytes of use. I'm not sure if that was actually from the original owner or what. In that case, they didn't actually properly wipe it. But 2 gigabytes of RAM on Yosemite is really a drag, especially on a hard drive like this. I mean, you know, it's not extremely unusable or anything, but I'm definitely going to be happy once I have it as the SSD and the 4 gigs of RAM in here. That's for sure. But other than that, the machine does appear functional. We'll just sync it with internet time. It should have 802.11n Wi-Fi. So let's check that. We are currently running 260 megabit per second transfer rate. That's good. That's what we want. Okay. Yeah, I need to unlock that. Well, no biggie. Let's just see what else we got in terms of goodies on this machine. I'm very happy that this has the revised logic board. Okay, once again, or actually, for once, we don't have a Matsushita DVD drive. This is actually an Hitachi LG drive. Wow. Don't know if that's a replacement or not. But I usually only see Apple apps of Matsushita drives as standard. And well, the desktops always came with Pioneers and Panasonics, which is pretty much the same company as far as I'm aware. We have the Marvell Ethernet controller, like I had on my 2007 MacBook as well, probably the same in the MacBook Pro 2006. Two 1GB modules. That's a shame. I would have hoped that it would come with 2GB so I could upgrade it to 4 more easily, or at least to 3GB with the RAM I have laying around. I don't have 2GB DDR2 modules anymore these days, but oh well. It is SATA. Okay. 1.5 gigabit transfer speed. I think you need the early 2008 or maybe even the late 2008 to actually. I think it's the late 2008 that has SATA 3 gigabit per second, so SATA 2. But the video card is fine, I reckon. Well then, at least we now know that it works. It seems to work very well, so we can turn it off again. I need to clean it up a little bit, but first of all I'm going to tear it open. I'm going to put an SSD in it and reinstall a fresh copy of OS X Mavericks. And we'll take it from there. Once we have the 4 GB of RAM, I'm going to reevaluate to see if Mavericks is the proper operating system for this. And if not, then I will make the jump to Yosemite, possibly El Capitan, where it maxes out. If this was actually early 2008 model, you could actually get it to run Sierra, but you will lose Wi-Fi as far as I'm aware. So it's that would kind of suck on a laptop, right? Anyway, this concludes the unboxing and look at this new non-unibody MacBook Pro that I got. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching, and you can definitely stay tuned for more videos on this one. And I'll see you guys in the next video.